xTool's about ready to launch a brand new laser, and they claim that this laser is going to replace 4 separate lasers. My name is Ashlee Falco, and I have tested well over 20 different lasers. CO2s, UV, diode, infrared, fiber, the list goes on and on. And to be honest with you, I have been wanting a laser that was just a bunch of different types of lasers all in one to free up some space in my craft room. I do want to get one thing very clear here, is that while I am an xTool partner and I do get early access to some information, there wasn't a whole lot that was given to me, like price, specs, or how they were going to actually make all of this possible. So is this machine truly going to be an all-in-one laser? I'm not entirely sure because I don't have information to that, but let's go through what I do know. From what I hear, the new laser is going to be available around September of 2026. How much it is, I'm not entirely sure. Now, do I hope and pray that they let me be a part of this launch and letting me test out this new machine? Absolutely, because I love testing new machines. That's really what my channel is about. Testing all these new machines so you don't have to. The one thing that I do find very interesting that xTool is doing is they're describing this brand new laser as a module laser. The base configuration is a CO2, and then there's additional processes or maybe add-ons available for this machine. I surmise that the brand new laser is going to look something like the xTool P3, where you have your standard laser head here. This is a CO2 laser head. And then you have an additional features that you can plug into on the side, like an infrared laser head that just plugs into here and hooks into your gantry belt. But here's what it doesn't tell us. It doesn't tell us the price. Is the machine going to be just a base of a CO2 and then you're gonna have to add on additional modules? Or is it going to be all in one and you actually don't have to plug anything into the sides like the P3. Another claim that I have seen is that this new laser is going to provide galvo speed with gantry scale. Galvo lasers use mirrors, and what that does is nothing actually moves when it's engraving anything. It's all coming from one stagnant head. The beauty of this is because nothing is moving, the engraving speeds are very fast. However, generally, they're on the smaller scale, something like this, or even the F2 UV that doesn't have a very big footprint. Gantry lasers generally have a larger footprint. So if you think about the xTool M2, the M2 Ultra, the P2, the P2S, and even the P3, your head moves side to side and front and back. You often have a larger footprint or a bigger bed size, but the trade-off here is that it is slower on the cutting and engraving side. Now, unfortunately, this isn't something that engineers forgot to fix when it came to gantry lasers. This is an 80-watt laser. You could get from other companies more wattage, but that doesn't solve the issue of needing your gantry to travel from front to back, left and right. As opposed to something like this with a mirror, it just shines and it's very quick, plus it's small. When you think about it, something that's small is gonna be able to travel a lot faster than something that's really large. Now that you know the differences between the two different types of lasers, you'll probably appreciate the fact that I'm actually really still curious about how in the world do they solve this problem. Is it going to be something like the P3 that has a moving gantry type laser, but also is it gonna have somewhere in like the head or the bed or something like that, a different laser head that is galvo? I don't know. Now, if that is true, I sure hope that whatever bed size we get for like a CO2 gantry type situation, that we also get the same exact engrave size with the galvo laser. Because remember, historically, galvo lasers are smaller, gantries are larger. Are we gonna be able to do huge engravings with a galvo laser in this new machine? I don't know, and I'm so excited to find out. So the pitch on this whole machine, which to be honest with you is a selling point for me, is that you just buy one machine and then you add in all the modules to this one machine, as opposed to somebody that needs the M2, the P3, the F2, the F2 UV. I've really filled up my craft room with a bunch of lasers. So to be able to put everything all in one machine, eliminating all of this footprint that's needed would be amazing. But like, at what is the cost here? I'm really most excited to see what the price is for this. How do they build these packages? Is it going to be a base model and then you add in the heads that you need, or are they gonna do it like all in one? The other thing that I'm most excited to hear about is whether or not that these modules are gonna be able to purchase all together at once at one time, as opposed to them releasing them here and there. I know when I first got my xTool P3 that the infrared laser head wasn't even available for the CO2, which is why I don't have it, because they didn't have it available at the time. So it would be nice to know whether or not it's all gonna be released all at the same time, or are they just going to roll them out one by one. The other thing that I'm most curious about is how easy or hard is it going to be to switch out the laser heads. I have to say, through the years of owning xTool lasers, they have done a really good job of improving how to replace a laser head, because when we had that xTool S1, you had to do screws and all this stuff, and it was just time consuming. And now with the M2 and even the M1 Ultra, it's just a click of a button and then you can switch out your modules. So is it going to be that easy, or are we going to have screws and things like that that's going to make it a little difficult to switch different modules? Now, just for funsies, let's do some math together and see how much it would cost for you to buy 4 individual lasers that can potentially do everything that this new machine is claiming that it can do. So the xTool M2 is going to be a diode laser, and if you were to try and purchase that today, a 10 watt would be $600. So I'm just gonna put $600 on my sheet of paper. Then we're gonna look at the xTool P3 that is going to be a CO2 laser. So we're gonna open this up, and if you were to buy this one today, just sitting as it is with no additional bundles, it would cost you $7,000 for that. The next one that we have is going to be the UV laser. So we are gonna open up the xTool F2, and if you were to buy this today, it would be $4,300 for that. All right, the last and final one is going to be the MOPA laser. So we are gonna open this one up right here, and this one right here would be $5,300 to buy that. So in total, 3, 6, 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That would be $17,200 to buy all 4 lasers. So now I am most curious on how much this machine is going to cost, and then the modules. Do you think it's gonna be close to $17,000? To be honest with you, I don't think, and I don't know the price, but I don't think that it's gonna be anywhere near $17,000. I think that it's gonna be around, let's say it's gonna be around $10,000 for an all-in-one package. No, that seems, $10,000 for all, yes, I'm gonna commit to it. Can we do a high-low? 10,000 on the low, 12,000 on the high. Okay, that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the 10,000 on the low, 12,000 on the high. What do you think that this is going to cost? This is going to be so exciting to see if we're right or we're wrong or we're way off. All right, so here's my plan. And I'm hoping that xTool sees this, because they also want to be a part of this plan. Hopefully, is that I'm hoping that they will allow me to test out this brand new machine, just like I have with all the rest of the xTools. I honestly have been dreaming of the day to get rid of all these individual lasers that I have here in my craft room and in my warehouse that is just sitting in boxes, and just being able to have one crafting machine that will free up a whole bunch of space in my craft room for other things that I want to get. So if you're watching this xTool, I'm very much interested in testing out this new machine. But when I do get this machine, okay, I promise to you, my viewers, my friends, my crafting besties, that I will put this sucker to the test just like I do with every other machine that I have here in my craft room. I love, like my most favorite thing to do in this crafting journey of mine is just testing out all the new cool technology that comes out, because it really is so much fun to watch where the lasers, crickets, everything, where the journey has come in the last 14 years of me being a crafter. It has been so much fun to watch how technology has just keeps evolving and keeps getting better. This machine, I honestly am so excited about, because my gosh, it's gonna free up so much space here in my craft room. I just know it. All right, my friends, you put in the comments of this video, 1, how much do you think this new laser is going to cost? 2, are you really excited about it? What are you most excited about? I know that they have come out with a cool little Facebook group. I'll link it in the description of this video that you can join, because I think that they are doing a lot of sneak peeks over there. And I honestly think that we need to be watching all their little sneaks that they're dropping, because they got some good Easter eggs in there. Thanks for watching and hanging out with me, my friends, and I'll see you next time.